about the necessity of a magic vision of reality by Nera Luce. I want to repeat once again this very important magical premise. You can read hundreds of books, make hundreds of rituals, have many teachers, but being inside the system has nothing to do with all this. You must understand that behind every magical act must be a nuclear magic consciousness, a contact with the primordial cause of thinking, the presence of what you are in yourself. Have a magical vision of the real. It is much more than believing in the effectiveness of magic. For me, the magic is my whole life and flame, my whole thinking. Structure is magic, my flesh, my aspiration go elsewhere from the earth through matter itself. I was born by this way, even before the books they were, and they have already talked to me. I have developed over the years a magical vision of reality, more and more refined, not so much in the book. Also, I have also studied on the book about magic for many years, from what I was 18, now I am 33. But fundamentally, thanks to the work of contact with the primordial, that I started to love from within those space. If I ever had a purpose, it is back to having the original pure connection with the space, where I recognize my only family and became what they are: DaIMON, black terrifying mother of the horrors. You have to understand that without magical vision of existence, without that this understanding is a part of you ever looked the real, nothing you do will ever rise or lift you up beyond the certain level. If what you want is to lift you up the cosmic consciousness, you must start from inside. Work in a human, remove the human characteristic that hinder the passage of the primordial consciousness. As long as you continue to shock areas, to think in a way in your daily life and into another in the magic, you can never access to the high realm of the cosmic sphere. This is not to moral issues, but simply cause for this is the law that governs the system. So does the thing and energy. You must repel the mental categories that lower you human. Even the human love and affection should abolish from your ability to experience feelings. Replace the human love with a kind of lucid, gnostic love. Do you love the freedom of expression love the freedom of expression of every being as such? The magical vision of existence appear as they go emerging from the messy slurry of your lower emotions, your low self-esteem as a lake of crystalline purity, through where you will see the reality for what it is. The magical vision of existence appear as they go emerging from the messy slurry of your lower emotion, your low self-esteem as lake of crystalline purity, through where you will see the reality for what it is, immanent in sync, and you can only love winged, only very high. You can conceive then the mind of the spirit, become the mind of the spirit, to pass the spirit, make it live in you and become part of the system, you can understand what is written in the Voodoo Gnostic Workbook up at the bottom, in its deepest implication. Only when this kind of vision will have supplanted the other. And soon it will not be a pleasant job, but you know that in the end you will feel a sense of freedom from material categories, a kind of boundless alacrity, from which will emerge the pure, piercing emotion intensity. When you are torn by emotion, few, essential, powerful emotion that emerge from the nuclear silence made inside you, in the transition from the primordial chaos terrifying, then you will understand the vastness of the magical teachings. There are real implications, infinitely deep. I dreamed one day of being in front of a huge lake in a basin surrounded by mountains. It was night, full moon night. This lake had water like glass, still and clear, as if it were glass. And the entire mountain coming down in the lake could be seen up to its beginning. A majestic vision on abyss. A vision in front of which I was kidnapped in a lacerating way, so hard in a moment. An extreme, terrible abduction, inconceivable. At the same time, the total attraction to a vision from the devastating beauty. He almost could not look, was so beautiful. She was uncastly, and I was only beautiful. There was nothing dangerous, but something I terrified to the point that I had to go. It was the latter vertigo, one that came up to me, that from which I was violently abducted in an absolute and total way. Do yourself to tear the primordial horror and beauty of the writing, conceiving another reality in this, experience the magic within you. Few are those who are suitable for this. Few people are actually called. I realized that without the DaIMON nuclear flame that screaming inside the body and the absolute primordial will of DaIMON to go out, that to want to live at any cost, it lacks a supply energy and the power to advance beyond a certain point. However, this my text want to clarify this fundamental thing for me is very clear. It's a lot of people fixate on books and focused only on that. Books are magic tools, yes, along with everything else required to complete a process that has primary origin from within. Without any magic vision of existence, the word on the book and every magical teaching is totally unnecessary. Nera Luce.